It's December 29th, it's day 12. It is 6:30 in the morning and it is about 42 degrees inside the cabin of Whitetail. We are done here in Georgetown. We've had a lovely couple of days here, a couple of nights here. It was nice to explore the town. It's not somewhere we had been before. That's all pretty cool. We are setting off this morning. We're going to get some water at the dock across the bay there, fill up our freshwater tanks, our drinking water tanks, and then head on down the ICW. We'll be in a more rural, rustic setting tonight. We'll be in at Awandor Creek, South Carolina. That's where we're planning to anchor. We'll break our journey to Charleston there, and then tomorrow we have to time our journey carefully to get through a really shallow section of the ICW where we can only really safely go through at high tide. But that's a problem for tomorrow. Today we're heading for Awandor Creek. The nice people at the Harbour Walk Marina helped us out with filling our water tanks, and we bought some gasoline from them and emptied our black tanks. And now we're departing Georgetown and heading south along the ICW when we get to it, towards Awandor Creek. So Dan, it looks like we finally got some sunshine.
Yep, it's supposed to get into the 60s today and better throughout the week, but maybe some rain in a few days. And we're headed to Charleston for New Year's.
Awesome. How are we going to cope with these excessive heats, do you think?
Hopefully just enjoy them.
Yeah. Thank you, Dan. So this is a pontoon bridge that is mostly left open. It closes only when a car comes along requesting that it should close. It's an slightly unusual style of bridge. You don't have too many pontoon bridges in America that are left in operation. Kind of neat. And now the landscape has evolved from woodland to shallow grassy fens. So there's literally tens of thousands of square miles of water out here for fishing. Why place fishing traps in the middle of the ICW where every sailboat going north or south has to pass? So the automated anchor alarm is letting us know if we drift too far from the anchor, but of course it's important to use manual methods as well, to be sure. And so I also look for different landmarks at specific bearings and see if those change. Our goal today had been to break the journey to Charleston, this leg to Charleston, by stopping at Awandor Creek. That would have been more or less the halfway point. However, we have been keeping a close eye on an issue with the diesel engine, our Volvo Penta D255 diesel engine, whereby there's a small fuel leak on startup at the point where the high pressure lines leave the high pressure pump on their way to the cylinder head. And we've been in contact with our diesel mechanic back in Oriental, Foster's Mobile Marine. They've been super helpful, even though it's between Christmas and New Year. And we've been in touch with them. We've been keeping a close eye on it. And what we've decided to do is to get it repaired in Charleston. Charleston is a place with good opportunities to get something like this seen to. And since it's New Year's, there's no longer a big rush to get to Charleston and through Charleston, because we can't get serviced until after New Year's Day anyway. And so there's no need to have the pedal to the metal. Instead, we can break our journey in more than one place. And so we're here just outside of McClellan, South Carolina, in this really, really beautiful, pristine creek. It's so quiet. It's so pretty. It's really nice. We're going to have a lovely night here, I'm sure. It's much warmer than it has been. You can see I'm in a polo instead of covered in foul weather gear. So we're going to have an easy couple of days going into Charleston. so that we can get the engine seen to while we're there, and then move on after that.
Ending the day on a high note, Whitetail produced record solar power, 750 watt-hours or 63 amp-hours at 12 volts.